Well, hey everybody. What's going on? Why are we what are we being so needy about? Yep, I did actually, Rain. We just got home. Hey Lisa Kelson. Hey Holly Day. Holly, I was thinking about you today. There was something I wanted to ask you. I could just text you, but I can't remember now what it was. It had to do with something with Sephora. And I was like, I wonder if Holly Days tried this. I'll have to think of it. I'll text you. Hey, just Joan, Rain, Tashbits, Mods, thank you for being here. Hey, Whidbey Island hippie girl, Donna Cooper. We had a really great time. Thank you. Hey, Squirrel Girl. Hey, Robin Miners. Pat Jonas made it. Marie Marion, Riley's Human, Just As I Am. What 80s movie? That's where we differ there, Rain. I haven't seen a lot of 80s movies. I haven't seen any of the Molly Shannon ones except for Breakfast Club. I haven't seen any of her actual movies where people are like, what? Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Hey, Liz Tricks. Been thinking about you since I put this on. Thank you again, Liz. I love this necklace. Hey, Marissa Martin. Do and be better. Welcome in. Hey, Armine. Thank you, Armine. Hey, Buffy. Margie Barr, thank you. Yeah, Gemini girl, Sherry LeBrun, you are not banned. I hope you, Chow Yun Smut, thank you for that email. It was very, very, I needed it. I haven't answered you, Cricket, but I just want you to know I love you and thank you. It was very supportive, like a friend would be. You put me in check with that. Thank you. Hey, Grandma Sunshine Dragon. Hey, DNV. Sherry LeBrun. I just want to say I love people like this woman. Hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. Sherry, you left the kindest comment on the Colton Crims channel. And she said something like, I've taken a break from here to work on myself. This came across my feed and I was shocked. I feel like you're very sincere and happy. I think I will catch up because I've missed you. I have to figure out why I had to figure out why I was so negative and judging y'all when I should not. Please forgive me. I apologize. I have to make an example of this because I hope that's okay, Sherry. But I absolutely love people we talk about this all the time. People who just say like, hey, I had to go through some stuff, or hey, I'm accountable for this. I don't even need that from you, Sherry. I'm just happy to see you. I've always liked you, and I thought that was such a kind comment. You're very welcome here. You're very welcome on our other shows. I just wanted to tell you thank you. I am honored to have you back, and I thought that was so kind. So kind. I love people like you. It's okay. Like, we're not all, sometimes we check in and out for seasons. Like, it's okay. But I think that is such a beautiful thing. Okay. I think it is such a beautiful thing when people are just like, hey, like, sorry, I was so judgy. I do it all the time to people. Well, mostly on my channel, but like, we can tend to be that way. And I love that Sherry was like, I had to work on myself for a minute. That's okay. I love people like you. You know who I don't love? People who are the opposite, who are like, I never did anything wrong, but Reese is evil. So it's crazy. Or just like anyone, like, I'm in the right, you're in the wrong, and I don't need to work on me because I'm perfect. Like, I love people like Sherry LeBrun. So welcome, welcome. Anytime you want to be here, you are not banned. And thank you for being here, Sherry. It's an honor. Yes, we do see you. Ever since he got naked, ever since they made him naked on Friday, he's a little extra needy. He's a little bit like he's been doing this a lot, like just nuzzling into my non-existent boobs. Chow Yun Smut, I really love you and I'm serious. I'm happy to see you too. I never see Cricket anymore and I'm happy to see you. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Big Z's here. Yes. Caroline in Canada. Hey, babe. Oh, sorry, I got an itch. Stacey Toms is here. I love her. Hey, wine a little bit more. Kim is blue. Honey Lou, Marissa Martin, Pretty in Pink. Never saw it. What movie was it that Rain said? Hey, Big Z, I think I emailed you today. I caught up on a lot of messages today. Hey, Critters Creations. JoJo made it. Bobo's a nice person. Ghostwriter, that comment you left was hilarious and adorable. It was really cute. Um, People who can't open their mind and only thrive on hate, I don't have time for. But people who make mistakes or even think they made a mistake, I don't think Sherry made a mistake. Not in my world. I always liked her. But for her to come forward, and I'm not going to invalidate that. She feels how she feels, and that's valid. And I just love that she was like, hey, I had to work on me, but I'm back. We love people like you. I want to have friendships with people like that. Wendy R, this is a dress, and I'll show it to you. I got this in the Anthro sale. I'm a little fat right now, but it's really cute. It zips, and I unzipped it a little bit. I paired it with a gold boot because I tend to like navy or denim with gold. I can show you. Hey, Catherine B. I took some photos tonight. We went out to dinner with my parents. We're all a work in progress, and I absolutely love Sherry LeBrun for that. Can't tell you how much I love people like that. So this is me and Hux tonight. Here's the dress. I paired it with some gold boots, but we went to dinner with my parents tonight. And this, you know what this dress is called? The Tommy dress on Anthropologie. And it comes in like short, longer like this. They're all on sale. And I want all of them now. I'm like addicted to them. I got a short one in red in the last sale for $22. I got the last one. And I like the shorter one way more. The only thing I don't like is that I wish I had boobs. Like if I had real tits like that, it'd be amazing. So like somebody like, who are my huge boob girls? I'm trying to think. Cricket, Dira, like you guys would look much better in this than me because I don't fill this part, but I still love it. I know he's so tall, Rain. We took some pictures with my mom. There's Mom. It's a really nice photo. But we just got home. Stacy Toms has big boobs. Hey, babe. You don't have to leave, babe. But that's a really nice, but it's called the Tommy dress. It's Tommie, the Tommy dress. And I took a nice selfie before we left at the farm with me and Hux. I really liked this picture of us. Shows his height different. And I'm wearing heels. I'm wearing boots. So I'm not this tall. And he's really tall. He's really above my height. But we took that up at the farm because it's such a great place to take photos. It's a really nice background anywhere you take a photo up there. You know, I often wonder, my mom does too. My sister pays a photographer every year to do like family pictures with their kids. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just go up to the farm and we'll snap some pictures? Because that is the best place. Like if I was going to get married, that's a great, I mean, I've been married like 50 times, but I wish I would have had one of my weddings there. Hey, Tony P. No, babe, you should stay. Margie Barr, I don't know the answer to that. But you guys should look up the Tommy dress on Anthro. They're on sale and they're so cute. I want all of them, every single one. They come in all different fabrics, all different colors. And I think they're just really flattering. Tony P, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Is Debbie Zito in here? Oh my God, Marissa Martin, good for you. Yeah, Holly Day, look it up. So Holly Day, just so anybody who's looking up the Tommy dress, I order pretty much everything in a medium these days. I sized up because of this midsection part. See how it's like, it's tighter around your stomach. I don't need that to be any tighter looking. So I got a large and I'm glad I did. So I don't know, like I can do a medium or a large. And I read a lot of the reviews saying, if you read the reviews, pretty much everyone's like, this is the most flattering dress ever. The black, okay, so Holly, there's a green one, I think, left in an extra large. There's a white one left in an extra large, and it is not see-through. They're very thick material, and they're, oh, good, there's Debbie. Hey, Jen Pookie, and they're lined. There's a white one left in an extra large. There's a green one left in an extra large, and the shorter. Yes, Diana H, here in just a minute. Okay, the denim one, they only have a small and an extra large left. Also, I looked on Anthropology, or not Anthro. I looked on Poshmark today, and they have a ton of them. If you type in Tommy, but it's Tommie. It was great, Buffy. If you type in, thanks, West Coast Fancy Nancy. If you type in Tommy dress, I just typed in, I think, Anthropology Tommy dress on Poshmark. There's tons of them. So I got to be honest, it's kind of my new thing. I'm excited. I feel like this is very good for Ecuador. I like the shorter one. I'm tempted to go grab it and just show it to you and like put that one on just so you can see the difference. I love the short. What are you doing? Well, that's rare. Wow, he is really purring. Hi. Hey, Eric. Moosey. Moosey gives me the creeps sometimes because he's a little bit over the top flirty with me and he gets a little too weird with me. Hey, Barbara, wait. Moosey. Moosey. You're like your father. You're a total creme. At least your dad is retired. You are not. Moosey. Moosey's the best one out of all of them right now. Moose is better. He's better than the rest. And that's saying a lot. I'm ready to kill Kid, and Seamus is going to get thrown out the window. Moose has really come around. He is like totally willing to be held all day. Hey, Chica Cherry Cola. Hey, Charcoal Ninja. Look at him. He's cute. Moosey. Interesting. Is Abigail in here? His coloring is incredible, Kim is Blue. He has become a beautiful cat. Yeah, it comes in black faux leather. That dress comes in like a pleather. It comes in linen. Kid is not an angel, and take it back. Yeah, he's really cute, Chow Yun-Smut. So, I'm going to grab Hux. Is Abigail not in here? That makes me sad. She sent Huxley a gift. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. If she's not in here, I brought his gift. You see this box right here. Debbie Zito sent Huxley a gift. I was going to let him open that tonight. I will not have him open Abigail's because that would be rude. And I think she's expecting maybe tomorrow night, which I'll have him on with us tomorrow night just to do that. And also I want to show this because she keeps asking me to, but it's been in the other room. Abigail sent me this pillow. I love Abigail. She's so sweet. She sends personalized gifts. Remember that bed and pillow she sent for Finn? Like, look at this. She had this pillow made of me and Juniper. She's not here, Buffy. She would have spoken up by now. Isn't that sweet? Look at that. Angel K is in it. See the woman in the red at the bottom? I don't think she's in here tonight either. Tell you what I'll do. I'll leave this. Hey, Florence, I will leave this on the chair next to me so we can show it again tomorrow night because I want to make sure Abigail feels validated, and I want to thank her that she did this. It was very kind of her. And it's just so cute. Abigail is really sweet. Hey, Angie Moe. She's really amazing. Hey, Wendy Brewer. So what I'll do, if you guys are cool with it, I will have oh, hold on. Hey, Sophia. Okay, well, that's okay. Okay, we will skip that. Okay, so we're just going to have Huxley come in and open gifts tomorrow night, if that's okay. Let's just do it tomorrow night. I want him to come in and just say hi to you guys. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Huxley, yeah. Do you want to just come in and let everybody say hi to you in case they're not here tomorrow, and then you can come in tomorrow night? He's 16 tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow he's 16. And this is a rare. This is like seeing a spotted zebra. This is rare. You don't get to see these little hooligans very often. Yeah, Abigail can come in tomorrow. Well, hello.
Hey.
Huxley.
It's fine.
You hit her head with the thing. Yeah, you did. I watched you do it. Be careful. Just be mindful. Everybody wanted to tell you happy birthday.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, whoa, everybody calm down. Kid, I wish you weren't in here, to be honest. I wear a small normally and everything. So what do I do? Extra small or extra small? If you normally wear a small, I'd probably do an extra small. Angel K, I just showed a picture of you. Hey, babe.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody wanted to tell you happy birthday. Happy birthday, Huxley from Grandma Sunshine Dragon. I won't keep him here for too long. He's going to pop on tomorrow night. Bo, too much. Okay, everybody. Is that a mustache?
A little bit.
Is it? Cute. Hey, Heather.
I have a little bit of, like chin hair coming in too.
You do. You have some chin pubes. His voice is deeper for sure. It's mysterious and elusive. You don't see it very often. Like I say, it's like a spotted leopard. It's a spotted night owl that you don't see very often. Does he have wavy hair? Great question. So his dad started getting curly hair around his age, and yes, his hair is starting to curl. Let's see the guns.
I don't have any.
Oh, come on.
I haven't.
You spend 3 hours a day
lost.
doing it. Quit being modest.
No.
Did you watch the Chiefs? You watched them at dinner.
Yeah, we watched them at dinner.
Let's just see one.
I really don't. I haven't worked out
Huxley?
forever. So.
No one asked. Just do it.
Sure, a little bit.
Other arm. Do the other arm.
It's
Oh,
like bigger.
That one is
Yeah.
bigger. Why is that one bigger? It's like Sterling's arm.
I don't know.
Need some
They're
protein.
kind of the same size. I don't know.
Do you need protein powder?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well,
I'll get some at Costco, I guess.
okay. Holly, that's up to you, girl. We're not, no expectations
No.
whatsoever.
Yeah. I
Hey,
need-
Gloria,
I'm pretty little, so I don't know.
you're pretty little.
Pretty skinny. I need to
Mhm.
get bigger.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lazy Silver. That must be it. His voice has changed. The Chiefs game is still going. What flavor? And do you want whey in it? I don't know what that means.
I don't care the flavor. Yeah, I think they're all way.
Don't you like chocolate? Isn't that what we normally get?
Yeah, or vanilla.
Oh, he's so friendly.
I don't need any. I'll get it at Costco.
Bobo. Well, she's asking Hux, and I don't want to be rude.
All right, well, thank you. Yeah, just
But
chocolate.
don't feel like you have to, Holly. But yes, he said chocolate, but
Thank
we
you
can
very
always
much.
pick some up at Costco. I know it's weird, Lisa Carlson. When are you going to start driving? Hey, Kathy Burkhart. Bobo. He's taking driver's ed. Second semester of 10th grade. Hey, Panda. He likes to be a part of things. He's a good boy. He's a good person. He's friendly and he's very self-conscious since the groomer shaved him naked. He lost all of his hairs, his boot hairs, and he says he feels incredibly naked. You are not
He
naked.
looks good though.
He
I like
looks
him.
amazing.
He does.
Bobo, you look handsome. Stop acting like a little girl.
It's good to see everybody though. It's been a while. I haven't been on a long time. I'm a little bit under the weather, so my voice is usually like not sounding like this. So
Did you take a
I don't have
Mucinex?
to be- yeah, I did.
Okay. You tried a chai latte and now it's your favorite. I
Not
told
yet,
you
though,
to.
tonight because it's too early.
Okay. I told you, Angel K. I told you this would happen. Bo doesn't, I don't know if he has a sweater, but he has a jacket. He for sure has a jacket I bought for him in Kansas City at TJ Maxx. He's a good person. Oh, hi, Jenny. I don't love it as much with soy milk, Marissa Martin, but I'll drink it. I just don't love it as much. Diana H says you're growing up fast and so handsome.
Thank you.
Sophia says, Hux, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Functionality over looks with muscle mass. And that is an absolute fact, Angel K.
Oh, functionality over looks.
Thanks, Sandy Wandy.
Like, yeah, true.
I wish I could make you your next chai. Chais for everyone. They're so good. Catherine B knows what that's about. It's no joke. Do you have anything that you want to share for being a 16-year-old? I probably will do this tomorrow. I just thought since we just went to dinner, he's going to go work out, but he would pop on and say hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. It's good to see everybody though. Hope you all have a good day. I don't know. I don't have anything to say.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to
Kinda
say anything.
quiet. I don't really talk.
Hey, Kestrel, he is quiet. He's always been kind of quiet. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, thank you everybody for wishing me happy birthday though. Thank you all.
You
Very
don't
kind of you.
you don't have to say her name, but do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do.
I just found this out the other day. Not through Huxley, by the way. What's that like?
I was gonna wait and tell you. But
Mm-hmm. Don't do that with your mom because moms find everything out, and so do girlfriends and wives. Just so you know,
yeah,
we're trained from birth. How is that? How's it going?
it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So well, it hasn't been very long, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm still. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is she cute?
Yeah.
Nice. Is she tall?
No.
She's short?
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, he has a girlfriend, everybody. I mean, here's the thing. He's 16 tomorrow. It's probably normal.
It's
I
always the
don't
men that are tall. The women are usually
not always. Renee B is
Mhm.
6'4". Sophia's really
Just
tall.
their genetics are always the same.
Angie Moe is like 7 feet tall. Just in case I miss Huxley tomorrow, happy 16th birthday, Huxley. You're a great kid. That is such a nice thing to say. Hey, old Charlie. Thank you for your super chat, and thank you for that, Grandma Sunshine Dragon.
Thank you so much.
Gonna go to prom with her. I don't know. When do people see? I don't. Hey, Haggis.
I don't know if sophomores even have prom. Isn't that a senior thing? I don't know.
Hey, Linda. I don't
If
know.
there is, then yeah.
You're asking the wrong person because I didn't go to high school past the 9th grade. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys have like a homecoming?
Yeah, but that already happened. Like, it happened like the second week of school.
Did you go?
No, because I never. I was a single man. I'm just gonna stop talking. So I'm dumb.
That's adorable, Hux. I think single men can go to that stuff. Hey, Susie with an S. Single men can go.
Yeah, but I didn't want to.
Hey, Anne from Massachusetts. Unfortunately, Hux, I wish I could help guide you with this stuff, but I don't know anything about high school. I wasn't a normal 16-year-old. My boyfriend was way older and of an illegal style.
Yeah, that's fortunate.
It's fortunate or unfortunate?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. And
Sorry, did I say unfortunate? Did I say fortunate?
Yeah, it's a bummer. And I wish though that I had more memories to be able to voice to you what my experiences were. But you're living this for the first time for both of us because I don't know anything about high school. And Cricket was a single woman and went to homecoming every year. She said, "Don't sweat it." Sorry, Margie Barr.
Yeah.
Have a great time in high school. It's the easiest life will ever be.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish I could relate to you, Huxley, but I can't because I just don't. It's okay to feel awkward about this stuff. It gets easier as you go. You're a great guy. Happy 16. Thank you, Jen Pookie.
Yeah, my dad didn't either, so I don't really have him to like teach me this stuff, but Tommy does. So.
Well, speaking of Tommy, there he is.
Hey, Tommy, thank you.
Tommy does talk to you every day, so that's better than anybody else, quite frankly. He helps you a lot, as far as I know.
Yeah, he does. So. You're saying stop scratching.
I know, it's really itchy.
Tap.
What was I just going to say before Tommy came in?
Thank you all, though. Wish me happy birthday, Ezra. Love you all.
Yeah, I think I was saying oh, your dad. That's right, your dad. That's what we were saying. Your dad, I forgot about your dad. He didn't, as far as school, I forgot about your dad's schooling. He didn't go to high school, did he? He didn't go to any school. Your dad didn't even go to school. Oof. Between both of your parents, I feel kind of sorry for you sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't give you any advice as far as normal people. I'm glad that Tommy went to school and can help you with that because
yeah, me too.
I don't.
I mean, yeah, it's not your fault.
Yeah, but I didn't think about the fact that your dad also didn't go to school. I sometimes forget about him, and just because we don't talk, and it makes me feel sad that you have two parents that grew up in Scientology that don't know.
Oh yes, I'm normal. Yes, you are.
Babe, you are normal compared to his parents, though. Like, you graduated, you went to school, you did normal stuff, you played sports. Do you need to blow your nose?
No, okay.
Okay. You played sports. You have experiences that you can share with Huxley. Like, I'm assuming that you had a girlfriend or two. I know you were really nervous about women, Tommy, but he finally came out of his shell.
All right.
I'm kidding. Tommy had like 500 girlfriends by the time he was 21, but he liked the ladies. He liked the ladies and they liked him. And now I like him. I don't know if you knew.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this has been sufficient. So I'm sorry that, babe, I'm sorry that your parents both are people that didn't go to school. I didn't think about your dad. I only thought about me. Don't worry about it, Reese. I didn't get my high school diploma until a couple years ago. Good for you, Cricket. I'm not worried about it. It's just, it didn't cross my mind until tonight. I think often about, yeah, thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. But I think often about, sometimes I cry about it, that he has surpassed, like I made it to 9th grade. He's in 10th. He's gone further than where I made it. And he's going through things that normal 16-year-olds go through. Like, he has a girlfriend that's his age. He's going to school. He's got friends. He's doing stuff. I didn't do any of, I have no memories. I have no, because they don't exist, right? Like, it's weird to me. Hux, is that weird for you? Does the cheese stand alone here?
Wait, what do you mean?
It's odd that now that I think about it, both of your parents, not just me.
I've thought about that. Yeah.
I'm a little disturbed by that. I never thought about your dad in this scenario. Like, I can't offer you advice. Kid, I can't. She is too much for me these days.
Yeah.
Kid, I can't offer you advice. I never could, but I didn't think about your dad not being able to either. That's a little sad. Got to get ready for work. I wish you happy birthday tomorrow. Hugs. Good night, everyone. Reese, Hux, love you both.
Good night, Tommy. Love you.
Love you too, babe. Talk to you in a little bit. How do you feel about that? I'm being serious. Does it feel weird that both of your parents, I mean, does that, I realize I'm putting you on the spot, but it puts me on the spot. Do you ever think about it? You may not think about it as much as I do. I think about it a lot, that I didn't, it makes me feel inadequate. Do you know what that word means?
No, I don't.
Inadequate means like less than. It makes me feel like inferior, which means a little bit like less than, not up here, but down here. It makes me feel that way because I can't offer you advice. I don't have any point of reference, Hux. Like, I can't be like, well, when I was in 10th grade, remember how Jeff used to do that all the time? Remember how he used to be like, well, when I was raised, it was like this. I don't have any point of view on high school. So I'm not trying to make this about me, but then now I think about your dad, and your dad doesn't have any point of view either. Probably, Holiday says, it probably doesn't affect him like we think it would. Yeah, it probably doesn't. Does it even cross your mind?
Yeah. I mean, and not you so much. I wish my dad had more advice to give me though. It's like my dad's not in my life a whole lot anyway, so I'm just being honest. It's not that he's not in my life. I'm glad I have a dad, but he's not just super involved with me so much. So I wish I had he kind of taught me more things, but I'll just learn them myself, I guess. So. But I have Tommy. So.
You do. I feel sad about that too.
My dad is nice. I love my dad. He's just not always he's not in my life.
He's not in your life a whole lot. Yeah. And we've talked about this forever. Your dad is going through his own trauma from what Scientology and his parents did to him. And we know that. Yeah. That's why your dad is the way he is. That's why we give him grace, because he was seriously abused being brought up in Scientology. And hey, Renee B. And thank you, Linda G. Linda says, you're so intelligent though. Cut yourself some slack. It's not that I'm, Linda G, I'm not, it's not that bad. It's just more, it's the fact. I'm pointing out the fact, Linda, that I can't,
It's not your fault.
Well, it's not that I'm saying it's not my fault. I'm saying I don't have any, like, I can't give Hux. Do you need to blow your nose, son?
Yeah, you got tissue.
Yeah, that's right here. Here, I'll mute it because that can get loud and I don't want to. Having a father figure is hella important for boys. It's good that Tommy's there to fill in the gaps. Yes. Linda, it's more, I can't say to Huxley, like, well, when I was in 10th grade, let me tell you, or when I went to 11th grade or at graduation or at prom, I hate that I can't do that. Hey, Liz. Reese, you taught Huxley how to be a respectful human being. Huxley, you have grown up to be an amazing young man. Happy birthday, Liz. Thank you so much. That's a very kind thing to say. Hey, always late. You're right. I'm not too, and thank you for your super chat, Liz. I'm still in the fight. I'm still a parent. I'm still a mom. There's nothing we can do to change the fact that I didn't go to high school and I was in the Church of Scientology at his age, working 14 hours a day with a boyfriend 10 years older. Like, we can't go back. We can't fix that. But it's awkward. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's awkward because I don't like when he shares high school stuff with me, it's foreign to me. It's just, that's all. Hey, Joel Sachs. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not that I feel super horrible about it. It's just, I wish I could offer him some better advice, or I wish I could relate to what he's going through as a teen. It's so weird to me to think that I was a full-time staff member turning in statistics and working with adults smoking cigarettes at his age, looking like a 35-year-old married woman with 4 kids at his age. It's just so foreign to me. And I've always thought about that, especially now that he's in 10th grade. It's been weird for me that he's gone past now where I made it to. But I did not think about the fact, Hux, that you also have your other parent. I don't think about your dad very much. I don't talk to him and I don't think about him. He has his own life and he's in a different part of the world. But I don't think about the fact that your dad, you have 2 parents. Is it unusual? I feel like you have 2 parents that grew up in Scientology and geez, I mean, I feel lucky. At least I got to go to grade school. Your father didn't go to school.
Never graduated.
I take that back. Your dad went to, I think, like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade at a Montessori school, but then they put him through Scientology.
But that's like, I don't even know what that is. Is that like a real school?
It's definitely a real school. I can't tell you exactly what it is because I
heard of them. I think they're like real schools, a little bit different, like a more private thing.
I actually think it's a good program. Thank you, Joel Sachs. Renee B, he's taking the 2nd semester. He's taking driver's ed in school. Linda sent you $5. Happy birthday, Hux. That's very kind. Thank you, Linda. That was really nice. He will have experiences his parents never had. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing. Well, hey, Sandra Ferguson, he teaches me stuff. Montessori is a different way of teaching than most public schools. It's kind of private with smaller classes. It's a hands-on curriculum and considered to be a private school. Hey, Heather Carr. Yeah, I don't think of Montessori as a bad thing. I know it costs money, I think, to go to a Montessori school. Okay, yeah, it's a real school and it's great for those who learn differently. Yeah, as far as I know, I've always thought highly of Montessori. I never thought bad thoughts toward Montessori. Reese, as someone with kids and someone who's worked in high schools for 25 plus years, it truly does take a village. Even if you can't give advice, you find the people that can. This is a beautiful thing to say. And I love this woman. And she's an incredible mother. And she's a teacher. And Debbie, I really trust your point of view on things. Thank you for saying that. Guys, I bet she's absolutely right. It does take a village. Thank you, Linda G. You're an amazing mom, and the proof is in the pudding. Scientology is evil, and I thank God you got away with this remarkable young man. Linda, that is very nice of you to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sophia, that's kind of how I took it. So your dad did go to school for like 2 or 3 years of his life. But then oh, I definitely feel like I missed out. Love you, Panda. I teach in a Montessori school. It's very different from regular school, but it's amazing. You are perfect for that. What are your thoughts on turning 16?
I'll be a lot more busy probably. Like I want to like get a job somewhere, and I wanted to when I was like 15. I was just working at the farm. I was making good money there. So I was like, I'll just wait till I'm 16 and like actually, like I was going to get a job. There's like a Dollar General somewhere near me.
Hey, Pook.
Like it's kind of near me. But I thought they hired at 16. I looked it up at school, and I was getting like jobs available from near me or like near my house and stuff. And obviously we're out in the middle of nowhere, so there's not a whole lot of places. But I was looking at that, and they had like sales associate. Obviously, it's probably what you start off doing. I've never had a job in like retail, so I was looking that up, and I was seeing like what are they you guys hiring
Cricket.
and it was like, yeah, they had a lot of places or a lot of openings at that location because they probably are looking for people. I live out. It's out in the middle of the bug tussle. So but I want to get a job somewhere.
So your goal at 16 is to get a job and your driver's license?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good goal.
Just to have,
I think the start of that, Wisconsin Barb, I think the start of that is taking driver's ed. You're taking driver's ed after the holiday break. Huxley, are you car guy or truck guy? What do you want to drive when you have your license?
I'd be fine with either, but I prefer a truck.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Despite the circumstances, you're an amazing mom, Reese, and Huxley is a wonderful kid. You've done really well. Thank you so much, Buffy. That's a very nice thing to say. I agree with
great mom. I love my mom.
Thank you, son.
I shouldn't need to say that. She's a phenomenal mom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cricket, I agree with that very much.
She doesn't. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
It's okay.
But she doesn't. She didn't lack anything. It's just that when I was talking about like, I was saying like I'm not even like trying to throw my dad under the bus. Like it's not. I mean, yeah, he was abused and all that, and he didn't go to high school, and so I was just saying like I wish I had like more advice I can get. It doesn't matter. I love my dad, and my mom, and I'm glad I even have a dad and mom because most kids don't. Some kids don't.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yeah, I have a great mom.
Thank you, son.
Yeah.
And you do have
every day.
You have a great dad. We've talked about this. You have a fantastic dad, Hux. It's just, man, when I don't think about your dad very often. I just don't. I talked about this on a stream the other day. The people I said, I don't consider like other content creators don't even cross my mind. And then I said, people who are in my immediate life sometimes don't cross my mind. And Michael's one of them. I don't think about your dad that often, but thank you, Joanne Hawley. But now that I'm thinking about it and just the upbringing that he had, thanks, Stacy. It's kind of crazy to me that he had like no schooling. You couldn't pick up the phone and call your dad and like tell him about, you could tell him anything, but he wouldn't relate to it, kind of like I don't.
True.
Do you want to live on your own in the future?
Like, family and stuff?
I think probably just when you turn 18.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I want to get my own place and all
that. What kind of truck?
I don't know.
Thank you, always late.
Like a F-150 or something.
Hawks, I have to say you're the most
Ford.
Respectful 16-year-old boy. That's very kind. Chow Yun Smut said, there are very few teenagers that I love and respect as much as you, Hawks. You're so earnest and sincere and down to earth. Thank you, Kevin Conklin.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cricket. Ty Mark says it's beautiful to see a mom talk about her ex like this. It's very rare. I'm beautiful that you still support his dad. Oh gosh, yeah, I absolutely support him. You know, when we got divorced, Ty Mark, I've said this, but we sat at the same table and the judge was like, I've never seen a couple getting divorced like this. I said, well, we love each other. We're just not in love. Like, I'm still his friend. And he was like, this is something to be really proud of. So thank you for saying that. I love his dad. I feel terrible for him. I would help him in any way that I can. He's been very abused, and it's not his fault for the way that he lives his life, and his anxiety is through the roof. And Huxley and I, we're very understanding of that, wouldn't you say? He can't, it's nothing he's doing wrong, Hux. He has a hard time with his own internal system. So you can't expect people who are, you can't have high expectations for people who are struggling. That's all. Do you like any particular subjects in school?
I just like, I mean, I like, I mean, not really. I just like, I like English stuff and biology.
I don't know who Anna Paddock is. I see you keep asking who that is. I don't know who that is. Hey, Shannon's Journey. He's taking, I meant to say that earlier. You're taking agriculture.
Yeah.
What's it called? Farm
agri-science.
Agri-science.
It's not really, it's not learning about agriculture as much. It's more learning about like cells and like, it's kind of like biology for farm stuff.
That's pretty cool. Hey, Becky USA. Do you like that class?
I mean,
thanks, Victoria.
I'd like it more if it was learning more about agriculture. I don't like it though. I wish I had like, they had like welding and stuff. I wish I had like welding, or I could like get agriculture, or like classic work on cars or something.
Can you switch?
I think it's too late, but I don't know. I might be able to actually.
You should ask if you can switch for second semester. Yeah, you should be able to, but see, again, I didn't go to high school. I don't really know what that means.
Some classes I tried to get, but they got filled up. Yeah, so.
I didn't even know they had welding in high school. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I tried to get it, but I didn't get it. Really popular. Other kids got it first.
I want to say thank you to our friend Teresa. She comes onto this channel a lot. Not the Teresa in California. This is a different Teresa. She has a different YouTube handle. But she sent Huxley a few weeks ago for his birthday. He wanted a punching bag. And she sent that for him. So I couldn't carry it in here to show it to you guys. What is it, 80 pounds or something? Yeah, it's like the same weight as Bo. I couldn't bring it, but I wanted to say thank you to her. That was really, really nice. Hey, A Voice Down Under.
Welding can be, welding is a good career, I think, too.
Abigail.
I have welded before, though. I just never.
Where's that pillow I just had on the chair you're sitting on? Oh. Abigail, do you want us to wait till tomorrow to open? I went and dropped or picked up his box that you sent. And so I have it in this room for him to open, but we can wait till tomorrow. I did bring your pillow though and showed it earlier. Angel K, if you're in here, you're on this pillow. It's so cute. Abigail had this made. There's Angel K in the red at the bottom. There's Angie Mo. That's so cute. Hey, Chris Crafts and Coffee, but Abigail sent us this pillow and Abigail, we were talking earlier about how sweet you are and just, you have such a kind heart. So thank you for this. This is a beautiful pillow of juniper. Thank you. Hey, Laura DePreetz. Oh, I'm happy to see you, Laura. Abigail, would you prefer that we wait until tomorrow? What time are you streaming tomorrow? Past 5:30? I can't be there. Then, I think we should do it now, just in case. I would really hate for him to open your gifts without you being here. I wasn't going to do it tonight because I asked the chat if you were here. Would that be okay, Abigail? I would like to do it now then, just because I don't want a chance missing you. Aw, Joanne Hawley. Thank you. And all the guys went to homecoming to meet the single girls, Hux.
Yeah, I should have went. I don't know.
Happy birthday, Hux. This is for your birthday with love. That is really nice, Huxley.
Thank you, Joanne.
That is really kind, Joanne. Really kind. And I hope that you're feeling better. I'm sad for you when I was texting with you today. Joanne, thank you. That
Thank
is
you
a
so much.
huge super chat, and that is very much appreciated. Thank you. Huxley will use that. I want you to get the big box, not the smaller one, the larger one. That's from Abigail. I just opened the top, but we haven't opened the box. So we're gonna open a gift from Abigail. So hold on, Hux, bring the whole box. Don't.
No.
Thank you, Joanne. Okay, so here's the box. And I'll help you take this.
Thank you so much, Ellie.
Okay, I'll just hold it like this. Hey, Vicki Andrews. Oh, that's cool. Don Pariso, of course. I hope that you're okay. Hey, Cliff Ann. Abigail sends amazing gifts.
Oh, wow. It's a little cross.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That has my name on it. It's like a little.
It's like a
beautiful.
dog tag. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's neat.
That's manly. Tangled. I feel like
Yeah.
a cat hair on my nose. Thank you, Wendy Brewer. Do you need help?
Yeah, so
Let's see.
that's cool.
Here we go.
Thank you.
This is cool because it also has a cross on it. She sent me something like this for my birthday. Abigail really sends incredible gifts. Let's see. So it says your name. Yeah, Abigail, that is really special. It has his name on it with a cross. Huxley, that is cool.
That's neat.
Thank you, Abigail.
Thank
That's
you so
beautiful. Barbara Waite, happy birthday, Huxley. You give me hope for the younger generation. Huxley, that's a nice thing to say.
That is. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara Waite. Thank you, guys. That is so kind. Huxley needed this. This is very validating. He really needed this kind of a boost. He needs this kind of attention and just love from his family and his friends. So thank you. I'll open this a little bit for you. Being a teenager is not easy. You want to put it on?
Oh, sure. Well, I already have one on. I can
Well,
take it
that's
off.
okay. Because this one's way longer than that one.
Grab them both on.
Hey, Crafty Carrie. Abigail is amazing, Renee B. She is so kind. She's all heart. I think it'll go over your head. Should.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
I like how
Abigail.
it's both.
Hey,
Thank you.
Meredith Lynn.
Thank you, Abigail.
Being a teenager sucks. Yeah. That's a card. You don't need to read that on stream. Okay. It's okay. We'll read it after. Thank you for telling us. That is a cool necklace. Lydia Kraus, go back to bed. Here you go. I opened the next thing for you. Just woke up. Happy birthday, Hux. That's from Lydia.
Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you, Lydia Kraus, but you should go back to bed. I've been messaging you today. Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Holy
Yeah, it's
crap.
Like a bag, yeah.
Dang,
bag.
girl.
Thank you. Wow.
Look at that.
That's neat.
Abigail, that is really nice.
Thank you,
Whoa. That is a cool gift. Holy cow. Look at the embroidery on that. It's like gold. Hey, Sandra. Abigail, that's beautiful. Huxley, that's a really nice bag. You'll have that forever.
Yeah,
You can use that forever.
I can.
That is a very well-made bag. Abigail, thank you.
Thank you.
Liz, do you want me to play it out loud? Thank you, Abigail. It looks like there's one more. There's a box. So you can take the lid off. Okay, Liz. That is really kind, Abigail.
Oh, neat.
What's that say?
That's neat.
Great color. Oh, it's your birth year. That is a cool gift idea.
That's cool. Thank you.
That is cool. He loves hoodies.
Yeah.
It will fit. It looks like the right size. Abigail. Wow.
Thank you.
Dang, girl. That was so nice of you. I'm going to put this back. Abigail, thank you. Those are great gifts for a teenager. You did better than me.
Yeah.
Is it because you have so many kids in your family, Abigail? You have so many nieces and nephews? I wouldn't have even thought of those gifts. That was a really good. Hey, Susan Miller. That was a really great gift for a 16-year-old, Abigail. Those are all great gifts. Thank you
so much.
Huxley is a great kid, she said. Okay,
Thank
do
you.
me a favor. Go ahead and set this back without scaring the animals as best as you can. And you're welcome to, if you want to step out, you can. Oh, Liz wants me to play something for you. Everybody, okay, Hux, be quiet for a minute. Ready? We're going to play this from Liz Huxley.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Huxley. Happy birthday to you.
That is beautiful, Liz.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Liz. That was so sweet. I love her songs. Yeah, Wendy R., we will save that box for the cats. Maybe it will save me 10 minutes of sleep tonight. Abigail, that was over the top. I did not expect that. Liz, thank you for the beautiful song.
Thank you so much.
Guys, I want to say thank you. This has become a tradition. I will have Huxley back on tomorrow night. He wanted to pop on for a few minutes tonight. I'm glad we did that because I didn't want to miss Abigail. So if you want to, you don't have to stay. I just wanted you to come on and let them tell you happy birthday. Take this. That's a card from Abigail. I love that necklace.
Yeah, me too.
You'll have to show that to Nini tomorrow.
Yeah, you said leave the box.
Or you can take your gifts. You can take the box.
Thank you so much, Abigail, again.
Yeah, well, thank you to everybody else, too.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be back tomorrow. Abigail, that was really, really kind. Guys, I just wanted to say thank you. That was really needed, really necessary. I don't mean gifts and money. I mean just the validation is what I mean by that. He's a great kid. Huxley is a really good kid. And sometimes, like, I just can see that he's not adjusting great here. I don't think that. Anyway, I just don't. I sometimes worry about the choices I made, just being, just things that I've done. I don't feel like now it's paid off, like my choices in the past with him. And so when we do streams like this, I just want to say thank you for being so validating. It's my love language. I appreciate you validating Huxley, my child. It really means a lot, and it's very kind, and love and support are where it's at. So I just wanted to be very, very clear with you about that I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. We don't have to make it a long stream. I just really, I think sometimes the both of us feel alone. And I spoke with his dad yesterday for a little while, and I hadn't talked to him for a long time. And yes, thank you, Debbie Zito. He does have a lot of aunts and uncles here, Renee B. He does. And I know that we have a lot of love and support here. And interesting, Eric. It's one of those things. I know that all of us who have children probably go through what I'm about to say, which is like, I can't change what I've done in the past. I can't change the decisions I made and my taste in men. And I've done damage to both Huxley and myself together and separately. And I wish I could go back and change a lot of things that I'm paying for now. Like, not, I just mean emotionally. Like, I look back on things and I'm like, I wish I hadn't have done that. Why did I choose that path? Why did I do that? Oh, he will, Abigail. He will. He will. Reese, life sometimes can't be helped. He will make it. He is strong like you. He will be an amazing human being. Thank you. This is just a season and you both have a lot to look forward to. So true, Holiday. So true. I'm not like, it's not an apathy thing. It's just hard, I think, for Melissa just said it for me. Yes, and true, Rain. Absolutely true. These teen years are so hard. I have an 18 and a 14-year-old, and I feel like a failure quite a bit. You're not alone, Reese. Melissa, and that's why we come here and talk about it and normalize that kind of a topic, because you're not a failure, and I know I'm not a failure. We're not failures. We're not. But I look at some of the dumb decisions that I've made and choices and patterns, and I think about just dragging through all of it. He's pretty resilient. He's your kid in that way. You're both trying your best to figure it out somehow. You both know how to land on your feet. Yes. Your son loves and respects you. He said it himself. That means everything, especially coming from a 16-year-old boy. Give yourself some credit. Yes. Thank you for saying that. And it's acknowledgement and knowing how to move forward. My son is in prison. We did everything, but I still have guilt and I feel like I failed. I totally understand that, Renee B. And I know you privately. I know you personally. I think you are such a beautiful person. I think you're a wonderful person. And I'm sorry for that situation. I would not blame yourself. That's all I can say to that. Is Michael okay? I've been praying for him. Barbara Waite, I think he's okay. It's just, it's so difficult. Boys Down Under, birthdays and Christmas is hard. He has family in the UK, but they barely bother. Yeah, I understand. My mom raised 3 kids on her own until recently. I would get a call once a year from her needing validation because she felt and feels she did everything wrong raising us. Yeah, I realize like us as women are very hard on ourselves. I'm sure men are too. I know old Charlie struggles. He's raising his kids. Like, it's not just a female thing, and I understand that. Thank you, Crafty Carrie. I know, West Coast Fancy, Nancy, we've talked about that. Thank you, A Voice Down Under. He hasn't talked to him, Margie Barr. They really don't talk a lot. This isn't judgment at all. He looks like he's struggling with something to do with his dad. Does he have a mentor in his life that knows how to get past any hurt caused? He has Tommy and he has a therapist. It's the best we can do, Ty Mark. You've raised an amazing boy. He's so caring, kind, and loving. Don't be too hard on yourself. You did what you thought was best at the time, and that's the life you're both, and that's life. You're both going to be fine. You're fighters. Armine, that is such a nice thing to say, and you're absolutely right. Guys, I'm not being overly hard on myself. I'm being realistic. There's a difference. I'm being realistic as far as just what's happened. It's the facts. As far as Michael goes, it's one of those things. This is going to sound harsh saying, we can't rely on him. We simply cannot. And it is not his fault. I give him every piece of slack and grace that this world has to offer. I do not expect anything out of him. I do not hold anything against him. And Huxley understands too. We've had deep talks about it. There's nothing you cannot get blood from a turnip. Okay. He was really badly abused. And this is one of those moments where I think it was really bad in his childhood. And now he's how old? I'm 41. So 40, 39, 38, 37, 30. He's 36 years old. Whoa. I married him when he was 19. He's 36 years old. And now we're looking at the after effects. We're looking at the aftermath of the abuse he suffered. And it is worse than probably the actual during that time. He can't give what he doesn't have. He is, in my opinion, I've known him since he was 9 years old. 9 years old, I've known him. He was the cutest little boy. And I have protected him since I met him. I've been very protective of him. Oh, wow, Rain. And I still feel that way. But I also am smart enough and I've learned enough that I cannot fix him. Like there's nothing I can do for him. And so even having a phone conversation it's just in your face, the effects of that abuse. It's truly like I feel like he's just suffering. And it's I feel like he's drowning and everybody around him is just describing the water. Like I can't help him and I don't know who can help him. And that is Scientology in a nutshell. They drag people through the mud. Hey, Helena Rainerman. They torture people mentally. They leave them helpless and no hope for their future and high and dry. And you're looking at a 36-year-old adult man who has no toolkit to help himself. So Huxley and I give him tons of grace and understanding that it's never anything personal. Like if they don't talk to each other, if he doesn't see his dad, if his dad doesn't pick up the phone and call him, I always say like, it's not like my dad. My dad hated me. My dad hated his children. He didn't want children. He thought we were evil little SPs. His father is just so abused that it's like he can't deal with everything going on around him because he has so much happening here. I'm holding space that Michael can receive the help and healing he deserves. It's if Hux asked Michael to seek therapy, would he do it? Debbie Zito, I don't know enough about his private personal life. He may be in therapy. For all I know, he's in therapy. But I tried to get out of him the Doug and Brenda stuff. The Doug and Brenda situation. They do still live in Clearwater, Florida, which doesn't surprise me. But it sounds like they've pretty much, for the most part, I can't guarantee this, but he doesn't give me strong answers. And I don't know if he doesn't do that anyway, but I don't know if he's been told not to do that. Right. So I don't know. And I'm not going to try to be like, were you told to do that? Or is that like, I'm not trying to press him. I'm not going to push his boundaries. But I tried to ask a few questions and it sounds like they don't really have anything to do with him. It sounds like they've pretty much disconnected, like almost 100%. It sounded like he made it sound like they check in every once in a while, but like they don't have anything to do with him. So that story to me is more heartbreaking than what my father did to me. At least my dad absolutely murdered me and was like, I hate you. Don't ever call me again. Find your own financial way. I'm not your father. Go fuck yourself. And I literally called him in the hospital a week later and I was like, I'm a minor. They're asking for you. I'm scared. I said, I have to have surgery. And he was like, don't call me again. I don't care. And he hung up on me. Then I emailed him on Father's Day and he wrote me back and said, do not ever contact me again and quit calling me dad. Quite honestly, that's ripping the Band-Aid off in a better way. It made me a stronger person eventually. And he didn't string me along. There was no carrot dangling, right? Like he was very clear and it was very black and white and it hurt and it burned and it left a pretty bad scar. But I would take my situation any day versus those two people who I thought were like walked on water. I thought Doug and Brenda were the best Scientologists, example of Scientologists I had ever met. I was like, oh my God, they're my parents. Like they took me and they called me their daughter. They loved me. They gave us money. They bought us things. Like it was all the shiny things. And it was, I was pretty enamored by it. You know, I thought they really love us. That is not an example. Oh yeah, he's out of Scientology. They set the opposite example of what my dad did. Total opposite example. I was like, they love their children, like so much that they love me. Like they call me their daughter. They really love me. I was blown away by that love. I was showered with it, right? And the second I got into trouble, of course, they left us high and dry. I never saw them again, never heard from them again. They called Huxley and said, hey, we'll figure this out. We love you. We'll sort this out. Never called him again, literally never spoke to him again. But before all of that, what I think, I don't think about this a lot because I can't think about this stuff. I knew Michael when he was a child. I knew him at 9. And the abuse, the lack of care, the neglect, the fact that he didn't get to go to school, that he was shipped to the org every day while his mom worked 14 hours and he sat on a couch waiting for her all day. He didn't get to interact. He didn't socialize with other kids. He was super awkward. He was very fearful. He was very nervous all the time. And he would wear a little ball cap and sit there and play help me, Game Boy, right? Playboy. And he'd sit on a couch and I would come and knock his little cap up and I'd go, hey, Michael Arges. And I feel like that was the only attention he got. And his mother left him for a training program from the ages of 12 to 16. She left for 4 years while he wasn't going to school. He was doing a Scientology homeschool program from it's called the California Ranch School. I don't know if they're still around. You can look it up. It's a homeschool program done by Scientology, of course. And his dad would go to work all day. His dad was an orthodontist, and his brother was on staff full time, who was 4 years older. So he sat at home all day long from the ages of 12 to I think 15, 16. And then they forced him onto staff, right? They forced him to sign a staff contract. And he told me the horror story of that. He was sitting there crying in a room and they had the contract in front of him. He's a child and he was a nervous sort of kid. He was a very introverted child. He didn't hardly talk. His brother was the opposite. Sam was the staff auditor, or he was on staff as an auditor, but he was the most prolific, highest statistical auditor on staff. He was super, super smart. He was super outgoing. Michael was the opposite. Super introverted, nervous little kid. They have him in a room to sign this staff contract, underage, right? Just like all of them. And he's bawling. And Dan O'Connor was in the room, of course. Predator fucking Dan was in the room. And there was a couple other people in the room. And they were like over him. They were like over him sitting. He's sitting in a chair and everyone's like hovering over him. And they were like, sign the contract. Just sign the contract. And he's bawling. This is the story he told me. And he wouldn't sign it. He didn't want to do it. He did not want to be on staff. He'd seen enough. Like when his mom was on staff, which was forever on staff, people would throw chairs at her. Like he saw way too much as a young boy, of like violence all the time. So did I. And he didn't want to sign it. And so Dan, of course, Dan looks at whoever else is in the room and went, go get his brother. And they made his brother come in. And his brother was like, come on, it'll be great. It'll be fun. Like, let's do this. We're brothers. We can be on staff together. Let's make this happen. and he signed the contract, and they forced him to be the secretary, the receptionist. He was the receptionist. He answered the phones and sat at the front desk. And, you know, that's where the receptionist is one of the hardest jobs, because that's where like crazy people can come in, homeless people can come in, people can come in going, it's a cult, like, and you have to get security. The Juniper's dreaming. That's not the safest job, to be quite honest. It's the front lines where, you know, you see all the public. So they made him answer phones all day. And that was what he was forced to do. And that is incredibly traumatizing. And his story is a sad one. And when I came along and saw him again and we got married, I'll never regret any of that. I'll never regret any of that, because I think we needed each other at that time period. I think that was a time when we must have needed each other. And I say this all the time. People have asked me, like, why did you have kids with him? I've had people ask me that. I'm glad I had a child with him. I'm proud of having a child with him. There's nothing wrong with him. He's hurt and he's been broken and he's been abused, but he is not a bad person. He has a huge heart. He's a good guy. He's a very loving guy, but he has been so badly abused. I can't really put it into words. And his parents, who I thought were these amazing, loving people, are the dirtiest, most awful people. And I mean that. They're horrible. They're horrible people. And they left him high and dry. They put him through all of that. They forced it on him. They were the people who did it first. They forced that shit on him at a very young age. He didn't have a choice. Do you know how many stories he's told me? He was absolutely choiceless. He told me so many times that he would do the same thing about the contract. He would sit there and cry about being forced to be on a course, forced to go pick up the cans and be in session. And his parents would be like, get in there and do it. What kind of parents force anything like that on a child? I am not Mother of the Year by any means. I'm really struggling these days. But I would never it wouldn't even cross my mind if Huxley's shaking and crying at a very young age, begging me not to do something. How can you look that kid in the eye and be like, you're doing it anyway? That is so evil. It's so gross. But what's worse is at least my dad said, I'm washing my hands of you. Get out of my life. I'll take that. I'd rather have that. I'd rather you rip that shit off and just be done with me. These assholes then continued to enable him and pretend to love him in their own weird, sick way until I got declared. And then they just kicked Huxley to the curb, who was 13 years old? An innocent child who did nothing in Scientology wrong. He did nothing wrong. They punished him because of me. And then they did it to their own son. They punished their own son and grandson. And that, folks, is Scientology. And it's hard for me to talk about it sometimes because that is so chilling to my bones. How cold and empty, heartless, hollow people can become at the flip of a switch. They were the most loving, I thought. You know, we were the closest family. We went out to dinner twice a week. They were in my home 3 to 4 nights a week. We only spent time with each other all the time. We were on a text feed together. This wasn't like, we'll see you once a month. We were together all the time. And at the flip of a switch, these people were just, they ripped it all apart and they felt nothing. And you may say, how do you know they felt nothing? Where anybody seen them? They feel nothing because then they went in session and all of that was desensitized. All those feelings were removed. I know this because Brenda's parents died years and years ago. They were not Scientologists, but she was very close to her parents. They were very sweet, loving people. And she got in trouble because she had to keep going in session and it was taking her off of post, which is her job, because she couldn't stop crying about the loss of her family, her mother and her father. She got in trouble for it because they'd taken her in session after session after session. They'd done loss of a person assist after loss of a person assist. They had done so many locationals on her. They had spent so much time on her, and she just couldn't stop crying about it. She couldn't remove the charge. That's what it's called. We couldn't get the charge off. Something must be wrong with you if you're still crying about this. Get over it. She got in trouble for that. Abigail, for Michael, the Lord gives righteousness and justice to all who are treated unfairly. Thank you, Abigail. I hope that that is true. I hope that that happens. It's not up to me. And I hope that God does take care of that. Thank you for that. It's very uplifting. And I appreciate it very much, Abigail. Thank you for the super chat. It's a horrible act. That's the perfect example of horrible parents. What I don't get is how an educated man wouldn't send his kids to school so they can succeed. Well, I'll answer that. So Margie Barr, you're right, because he was a successful orthodontist. You may not know this. Brenda, you know how they met? Brenda was a hygienist. She went to hygiene school. She was successful. Then they found Scientology, and she gave up her entire schooling career and joined staff full time. So he was a successful orthodontist before he found Scientology. Once he found Scientology, he told me, he told Huxley, he told his kids, school is not important. Do not go to college. It's not important. School is not important. They don't teach you what you need to know, which is how to clear planet Earth and go free as a being for your spiritual freedom. So once they get into the brainwashed frame of mind, everything else goes out the window. You're absolutely right. Because you would think school, like, right, to a dentist, that's not small potatoes, right? Nothing. It meant nothing to him. Do not go to college. Do not pass go. Brenda's parents left when they passed away. They were a teacher and a professor, I'm pretty sure. And school education was very important to them, obviously, coming from those careers. They left money for Sam and Michael for college straight over to Scientology. Straight over. Sam signed it over the day he got it. Gone. We got it because it was sent to Michael specifically, like it was in an account with his name, right? We're married at this point. The day they died and the money went into some account, right? Michael was at work. Brenda showed up at my house, which is very unusual. It's very unusual. She was on post. She was at work. For her to come to my house, I was like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be working. They sent her to get the money. They sent her to my house to get this college money to put on Michael's account so he can do Scientology courses. And you know what? You want to know what happened? She comes into my living room and I'm home. We had opposite schedules so that we didn't ever have to pay for childcare. So I would go to work at a certain time. I'd get off and then Michael would go on his shift. And we would just do that for years before Huxley was in school. So Michael was at work. I was home with Huxley. She shows up at my house all sweet and syrupy. And I'm like, what's going on? And she goes, well, here's the thing. And she was like, Michael just got this money and it's made out to him, and it was quite a chunk of money. It was a few $1,000s. And she goes, and it's supposed to be for college, but she was like, we don't believe in that. And she goes, I was wondering if you could get him to sign it over to go onto his account because he really needs to do another Purif. And she was like, and this is his mother. And I was a full-blown Scientologist at this time. And even then, I told her to go fuck herself. I said, so let me get this straight. And she said, just to convince me to have him do it, she goes, Sam already did it. Sam already signed it over. She was like, Sam's not obviously going to go to college. He's an auditor. She was like, he's doing the Lord's work. So Sam already signed his money over. And she was like, so I'm just here to have him sign it. And I was like, first of all, I was like, that's Michael's choice. I do not make decisions for him. And she was like, I know, but I thought you could sway him. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Hey, baby angel. I said, you will not get me to do that. I said, he actually does want to go to college. Did you even know that about him? And she was like, really pissed about that. And she goes, what does he want to go to college for? Like, she was really concerned about it. And I said, he's very interested in like some sort of an arts degree. I said, he loves movie making in the film industry. I said, he kind of wants to be a director. I said, but he wants to go to school to get some training on that. And she was like, what? I didn't know this. She was like, did Doug know this? And I was like, yeah, it's really gross to me. Thank you, Alabama Rose, that like, this is a problem for them. And I said, so this is great. He can use the money for that if that's what he wants to do. And she was like, well, maybe we can do that down the road. She was like, all I'm here to do is see if you could get him to sign over the money. And I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I said, I encourage Michael. I encourage him to find what he loves, let him choose what he wants to do. Since he didn't really get to do that, I don't know, ever in his life, since he didn't get to go to school at all, I said, maybe he can use this toward GED classes and then look into some community college or something. I was like, this is very helpful of your parents. Like, I'm grateful to that. Nope. Oh no. The church took her off of post and sent her on some random like Monday afternoon to my home. She didn't even call. She just showed up. And I was like, what are you doing here? Huxley was really little. And I think I had him down for a nap and I was like cooking. And she was like, well, here's the thing. And I was like, well, yeah, your son married the wrong woman because you want me to like just be this diehard Scientologist. And I was, as far as a believer, that's how I was. They did. Yeah, Renee B. But I was not about handing over every cent to Scientology. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And she was furious with me about that. She left very angry with me. She was like, do you know how disappointing? She was like, you're probably going to get some reports written on you for this. She was trying to threaten me in my own house. And I was like, when has that ever stopped anything? My ethics file is 10 times thicker than anybody else's. I was like, you go write those reports, girl. If you notice, I don't do that. I was not a snitch. I hardly ever wrote a report. The only time I wrote a report in Scientology was if something happened where there were too many witnesses and they were like, everybody in the room right now that just witnessed that, here's your sheet of paper, here's your clipboard. I need you all to write up a report on that. Like, it was like that. If I had to, then I would do it. I never snitched on people. I thought that was the biggest joke. I was like, and it also is probably because I worked in that office. I worked in ethics. So I was the one in charge of that. I was the one in charge of filing all those knowledge reports on people. And I was the one in charge of reading them all. And I would read them most of the time and I would laugh. And I'd be like, what a petty fucking thing to write on your own spouse, your own child. Like, people were snitching on husbands, wives, kids, bosses. I was like, you people got nothing better to do. It's the same thing as haters, even on the internet. It's like, wow, Like, it's the same thing as people who go eat at a restaurant and then write a 17 paragraph review on it. Like, you don't have it. You got all the time in the world, don't you? Hey, Rue, like maybe find something that's a little bit better to do with your time. Oh no, she was pissed. She did write a report on me for that. And I was like, you write that report, Brenny. I used to call her Brenny. I was like, write that report, Brenny. My ethics file is this thick. If I can survive my father, I think we're good. And I said, I'm not having him sign over the money. So if it's something he truly wants to do, I said, by all means, but I'm not going to convince him or ask him to do it. You're out of your mind. Do you feel like Michael can co-parent and be an ally to both of you? If not, I'm sure he wishes he could be. Now, what do you mean? No, I don't think he. No, I mean, he doesn't parent like me. I'm in it. I'm here every day with Huxley and I pay all the bills and I pay for his health insurance and I pay for his phone and I pay for his medical bills. I pay for his therapist. Like, yeah, no, he doesn't co-parent that way. But again, I don't hold that against him. He does what he can. I feel like if I had to say, that guy is barely hanging on. I think that he has major social anxiety. I think he's a super introverted individual, and I think he has trouble communicating. And I think that it's way worse. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Diana H. He sure did. I think it's way worse now. What I'm trying to say is, somebody help me with this. Hey, Laura Lou. So like the trauma he suffered as a young boy up into adulthood, is it possible? I need to ask my therapist this. Is it possible for that to rear its ugly head, to manifest, to amplify as an older adult? Like when you hit your 30s, 40s, 50s, can trauma from your like early under the age of 10 up to 20, can that like blow up by the time you're older, is what I'm trying to ask. I would assume the answer is yes. Michael's doing the best he can. He isn't capable of that kind of responsibility. Absolutely not. Okay, so you guys are saying yes. So that's what I think. That's what I think he's experiencing. If I had to diagnose this, and I'm not a doctor, but every time I speak to him, which is not very often, he's worse in my opinion. And I think, yeah, it's like a snowball collecting snow. I'm like, the trauma, I think, then is really unraveling and getting bigger for him now as an adult. As an adult man, I think he is. And let's think about that for a minute. You understand him on a deeper level than most. That's why you can give him so much grace. West Coast Fancy Nancy, I got nothing but love and grace for him. Let's think about that for a minute. Absolutely, that's true. Think about ex-cult members. Think about people who came out of a really traumatic situation. Think about me. I got into therapy and I verbally process on this channel. I would not be doing as well as I'm doing mentally. I feel very stable. I feel like I'm climbing myself out of it. I wouldn't say like, look at me, I'm out and good and healed. No. But I work on myself all the time. And I'm honest with myself. And I'm honest with my past. And I'm honest about what I see now that I didn't see before. And we unpack it. Imagine if I kept all of that bottled up. Imagine if I was a nervous sort of person and I couldn't public speak. Imagine if I couldn't share this with the world. Imagine if I didn't see a therapist. Imagine if I couldn't even write it in a journal. I think I'd be pretty doing real poorly in life. I think I'd be doing really, really poorly. So there's people like Michael out there. There's people who can public speak that I think if you don't deal with it, you think it's going to go away? You think if you move somewhere else, you think there's a geographical solution to it? Do you think that? No. And I think honestly, that's probably a big part of suicide. Although again, I can't speak to that much. I'm not a doctor. I think that things start to bubble over and simmer. And if you have no outlet, What do you do? How does that work? Try EMDR therapy for trauma. It could work for Huxley's dad. I've heard about it. I don't feel like I need it because I really enjoy my therapy. But yeah, I'm sure it could. I have no doubt that it could. And thank you for your super chat. I think any kind of therapy, right? Worse, really? What do you mean by getting worse? I think, hey, Andy, I think what I just said is socially, I think the anxiety is building. I think the nervousness, I think the being uncomfortable in his own skin, I think the inability to communicate what happened to him. The thing is, I married him at 19 and it was more fresh then. And I think he was much better then. And I think that he sat down with me. We were married almost 10 years. So I think he sat down with me on, like, in the beginning, a daily basis, and then it became probably weekly. I was essentially his therapist. He would tell me everything. He finally had somebody to share with that he knew was safe. I wasn't an auditor. I wasn't putting him on the cans. And I sure as shit was never going to write up my husband, my kid's dad. And I used to tell him that because his parents would write him up. Right. So I would say to him, you are safe here. Nobody's writing you up for anything you share, and nobody's coming for you. I used to tell him that. You may have been attacked in the org when you were a child and your parents didn't fucking fend for you. That ain't happening here. They would show up at our house to investigate him and try to get him to. He was a very strange one because he didn't want to talk. And so they assumed he had, hey, Gogo the Greek, they assumed he had secrets, I'm guessing. He didn't want to go in session. I went in session all the time. He didn't want to go in session. He didn't want to go on course. Like, he was mysterious. And so they assumed he's got things to share. They'd show up at our house unannounced, and I'd say, you ain't coming in. You're not talking to him. You can talk to me. I'll talk to you, but you're not talking to him. Because they knew they could squash him like a bug. He was so easy to manipulate. Michael was so easy to make cry. Like, it was insane. They showed up at his work once, baiting him. 2 Sea Org members showed up at his public place of work, unannounced. They always do that. And he was like shaking and nervous. And he said, you guys are going to have to leave. And they were like, but we're not leaving. We want answers to this, 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 and this. And you don't return our calls and we're not leaving. And he was like, I can't talk to you right now. I'm at work. And they were like, we don't care. I mean, they don't care. Sea Org members, I've seen it 1,000 times. They will bulldoze their way through a public place. They don't give a shit. They literally are like the Secret Service or CIA. They're total bullies and they don't care. Okay. So I wasn't there to protect him, and they did this intentionally. And he said, I'm going to call a manager if you guys don't leave. I'm on post. I can't stand here. And he was shaking and he was nervous. And he did the best he could. And he went and got his supervisor. And the supervisor was like, you guys have to leave. And they acted like they were going to leave. And then they didn't once the supervisor left. And Michael said, if you don't leave right now, I'm calling the police. And they left. And guess what they did? They baited him to do that. So they went back to the org and they each wrote, these are high up Sea Org members. Anybody in the Sea Org is high compared to us. They're always a step above as far as respect and seniority. They wrote suppressive person reports on him, which is like the worst. I've gotten high crime reports written on me too. Like they were saying like he was threatening them. So it's the same type of person that goes poke, 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 and finally the person reacts and they go, see, you're aggressive. They're a psycho. That's what happened. But Michael didn't flip out. He never would. That's not his style. He shuts down. He crumbles, right? Probably inappropriate. No need to answer. What does Huxley say about his dad? Well, he just said it a little bit ago, Renee B. He's the same as I have been saying this since we got divorced. Like, your dad is a very beautiful, big-hearted, special man. And we will always love him and protect him because he can't love and protect himself. But we are proud to have him as your dad. And I could not think of a better person to pick to be his dad. And I still feel that way. I'm glad I had a child with Michael. I think he's a beautiful human being. I think he's a great man. He may not have a lot to offer, right? Because he is struggling with his own demons that were created and manipulated and brought on him because of his evil parents and the cult. But underneath all of that, like he is a harmless, beautiful individual. And Huxley respects and loves his dad. He just doesn't, we just understand. They stole his life. They absolutely did. I wish I could buy back the people that Scientology steals. Michael was stolen by Scientology. I would say that I was not. I never fully let them kill me. I got very close. Things got hard. Certain decades of Scientology, things got hard. Things got very threatening, very heated, but I never fully handed every ounce of my power over to them. I always fought. I always had a thick ethics file, and I always had that fuck you attitude. He didn't stand a chance. He didn't have a prayer. They stole him for sure. It's very, very invasive and controlling. It's the most evil thing I can think of. And so I do too, Renee B. I pray that his partner helps him heal. Thank you, Shelly Kelly. They've been together a long time. I think that they are good together. I've met her a few times. She's a little bit younger than him. I'm proud of her. She's in grad school right now. I mean, that's great. They robbed him of everything. And then his parents, who I thought were these excellent people, in so many, I'm going to say this, and you may disagree with this, I think they're more evil than my own father. Because I would rather be kicked in the face by my dad like I was than have someone with a knife behind their back smiling, going, hey, the water is warm. Come on in. Let us love you and love bomb you and buy you things and just dangle that carrot for decades. We'll be your friend. That's the kind of shit that I would much rather have my dad with the knife stabbing it into my heart just right in front of me, right? No, I don't think he does, Elena Rainerman. Do his parents still communicate with him? I don't think so. I couldn't get much of an answer out of him. And to be honest, I don't know if he's been told, right, what to say. I just asked, I spoke to him yesterday and I said, are your parents still living in Clearwater? And he said, yes. On a happy note, Hux is a great kid. That's why I wouldn't change a thing. I'm happy that Michael is his father. Oh, so I said, do they still live in Clearwater? And he said, yes. And I said, are they like a part of your life? Are they in your life? And he was like, kind of, right? Like, I think that it's hard for him to talk about it. And I think that I am the one to blame for why all of this fell apart. Don't think that I don't hold that guilt. I carry that guilt. As much as I hate his parents, it's my fault that Michael lost his relationship with them. But at the same time, they were the most dirty, awful, predatorial parents. So is he better off without them? But still, that doesn't let me off the hook. You see what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like, well, it's a good thing because they were bad people. There, my hands are clean. I don't have any accountability. No, that's not how that works. I hate that I put him into that mess. I don't know if I blame Doug or Brenda more. You have no idea how hard it is for me to stay calm and keep the frame of mind you guys know me for. And right now, these scriptures are my way of coping. Abigail, I apologize. If you need to step out, girl, self-care, your mental wellness comes first. I love you and I love your passion. And these scriptures definitely help. Thank you. And we love you, but don't force yourself to be in an uncomfortable situation. This is an uncomfortable topic, but I when we see, this was organic. I did not intend to talk about any of this tonight. I'm glad we are. This shit needs to be talked about, guys. And when I do start getting into it, I get really fired up. I feel really passionate, and I feel the same as Abigail right now. I'm angry. I feel hateful. I don't want to be hateful. But I feel like sometimes I want to fly to fucking Clearwater and sit there and stake out and sit in a chair and wait till I see Doug, Brenda, or Gene Wally. I'd love to see one of those mother effers. I'd love to run into one of them. But to be honest, my dad, not so much. I really feel like I've made some peace there. I've found some closure there. I've worked through that. I have not with Doug and Brenda. And I don't talk about it that much because it's so unresolved and festering for me. The more I think about it, the more I hate them, the less I let them off the hook. Does that make sense? Like, I got a lot of fiery hate for those people, and it's not good. It's not good for any of us to have hate in our heart. I really don't want to. I'm like Abigail. I'm like, let me talk to God about it. Like, let me process it through talking to God. I know one thing's for sure. Nothing's going to get done that will be helpful with hate. That's how the haters are. Are they productive? Are they helpful? Are they really changing the world? No. So nothing's going to get done if I'm hateful. And I have to work through it, and I will work through it. I've worked through so many things. But the reason I think I'm struggling with these guys is there's no solution. What do I do? How do I work through it with those guys? I want to work through it by going to Clearwater and having a conversation with them. I'd love to go have a conversation. And I would love to say, you guys are predator pieces of shit. You've gotten everything you deserve. I don't feel sorry for you in the slightest. I'm sorry to say that. I know that right now I'm angry and upset. And I'm saying this where it can't be taken back. I realize the internet's forever. You don't have to remind me. But I also know that's not the solution. Thank you, Julie. But that's where my head is. Is it hate or disappointment? It's more hate, Sophia, because of how they treated Michael as a child. That forced neglect, that forced manipulation, that forced of him, forcing him to pick up his hand and sign that contract makes me fucking hate them. They didn't protect him. So that's not disappointment. Don't mix it up for me. That is not disappointment. I'm not disappointed in that. They're empty, hollow, evil. That's evil to do that to a child. I say this all the time. You want to be a Scientologist if you're an adult? Go fuck up your life. Like, I don't have time to be like, no, wait, stop. I mean, if you can't educate yourself with Google these days, the internet, foundations, like, then that's on you. That's kind of like anything. If you want to become a cocaine addict, you're an adult, that's on you. Like, actions have consequences. We can't stop everyone. Do not do to children what you did to Michael. That's it. This is why yes, Angel K, a long time ago. This is why, what was I just about to say? That comment threw me off. Oh, this is why I protected and shielded. I'm not saying I'm mother of the decade here, but I protected Huxley as best as I possibly could. When I got pregnant and he was about to be born, I sat Michael down and I said, I will not let Huxley go through, more importantly, what you went through than what I went through. Yes, I was forced at 4 years old. My feet didn't even touch the floor. I was dangling in a chair bawling, being screamed at, full bait, right? Screamed at by my father. And when I would cry, he'd scream more and go, no HENR in this house, right? HENR, human emotion and reaction. My shit was pretty bad, but all I could think about was Michael after all the stories he had told me. And I was sitting there with a huge pregnant stomach, holding on to it and rubbing it. And I was like, this child will not experience what you did, what I did. You know, I get that we're Scientologists, but I am not putting him through something where he has to be forced. That's it. That was my only rule. I told everybody in Scientology, I said, they were like, we need to sign him up for this. We need to get him on this. He needs to do a Purif. And I was like, Our only rule is he has to be 18 to make his own decisions. He might want to be a Jewish. He might choose Catholicism. I was like, I can't, in good faith, force a 4-year-old to do something. Like I have to have him be on board. I just have to. I was like, he has to be able to tell me what he wants, and he has to be able to have a developed enough mind to make that decision and explain to me why he made it. I will not force my kid to go do TRs and all of that, because it had a horrible effect on me and Michael. And I would say that. I'd go, and we are good Scientologists now because I choose to be here. I used to say that. I'm an adult now and I choose to be here. And that's fine and fair. I'm an adult. But he's not. And so therefore, we will not be putting him on course. And they hated it. They did not like that. But I was like, we're not doing that. He's my only kid. And I didn't say this, but all I ever wanted to say was, if you take a look at Michael, I'm not going to have that repeat itself history there. I thought my trauma was bad, but like I say, I never let them swallow me whole. I never let them kill me. They broke him. They broke his spirit 100%. Broke him. I never felt like my spirit got fully broken. There were times that I felt broken. But looking back and just knowing I had a little spark in me all the time, even as a 4-year-old, I never fully gave up. He gave up. And that is not his fault. I hope so, Wendy. Okay, Abigail. Hate is a valid emotion. It's usually a surface emotion, though, to a mix of emotions you didn't get to yet. No, Renee B, I have not. I want to go back in time and rescue you both. I hate this. Children cannot consent. That's all there is to it. Children. That's all I'm asking. Children. I take that back. Children and seniors. I think it's really wrong to manipulate seniors or like take advantage of them financially. But I think if you want to be a full-grown adult that wants to go give all of your money and go into hundreds of $1,000s in debt and give it to Scientology, I mean, I would try to talk someone out of that 100%. Who am I to say I want to help people and then just go do it, ruin your life? I would try to talk them out of it. But if you are dead set on it and you got no kids to put into that, and that's something you just are passionate about and you've got to find out about it, then go find out about it. I'll be here waiting when the shit hits the fan, right? But there are foundations that can help you with that. Kids, though. Kids absolutely should be off limits. I have seen way too much. And Michael saw probably worse than I did. And I have to say, to choose between my parents and his, who I thought were like the Beaver Cleaver parents, they're not. I would rather have my dad, who dumped me at the top of those marble stairs that day and said, fuck off, than parents who were like, but we love you so much, but we're not going to give you any choices in anything. And we're going to indoctrinate you and you won't get to go to school. That is so abusive. Yeah. Let's, thank you, Renee B. Let's also remember all the Michaels in there now. Yeah. I met someone recently that said her husband joined Scientology and wasted all their money. It's sick. It's sick. It's a trap. It's an absolute trap. And I feel pretty serious about. I wish there were more people to help get out of Scientology. I think there will be one day. I think let's not give up too soon. I think when David Miscavige dies, there's a good chance that at some point, guys, I think that a lot of them, well, let's face it, a lot of the people like my dad are going to die sometime soon. There's a ton of that generation, right? Once those guys all die off, then of course their kids, you got the second gens, the third gens. But I do think at some point people are going to start to question it. And with David Miscavige, once he's gone one day, who's to say? But I think people will eventually start to go, I've given 10 million to this and I still can't move anything with my mind. I think that there's a chance that people are it's going to maybe wake up and go, this isn't what I was promised. I could be wrong. But I think the more education about it, the more we can talk about this stuff. And it's hard. I'm going to be 3 years out in 2 months. It'll be 3 years for me after 38 years of being in. It's to this day still difficult for me to talk about it. I couldn't do content on this every day. It would eat me alive. But it's important to talk about it. And I appreciate you listening to me because I have to have the validation. Like these kinds of streams are hard for me, but it's easier for me when there's people here listening and hanging on and they don't leave because it makes me feel like I'm being heard. I'm being listened to, I'm being validated, I'm being seen, and I'm being heard. And that's what keeps me going with these kinds of streams. And quite honestly, I need to do them more. I need to do them more. We need to make our voice louder. Everybody who came out of Scientology should be doing that. We need to be gathering together to make our voices heard. You know, I don't think there should be any kind of infighting or drama because that's what they want. I think being a louder entity will help with that. Thank you, Rain. Thank you, Angie Mo. I know you guys hear me and I know you see me. I'm just saying other streams are fun and games typically, or, you know, we talk about life lessons and stuff. And those are my favorite, to be honest. But this stuff needs to be discussed. And more importantly, too, I need to talk about it because I kind of bury it. And even tonight, touching on some of Michael's stuff, I haven't thought about it in a long, long time. And it needs to be more at the forefront of my mind. I need to think about this stuff more. I am proud of you for how far you have come in such a short amount of time. Angel K, thank you. But I have to do more. And by doing more, I mean, even this Debbie Zito, if she's still in here, she's amazing. She's been helping me with my TikTok and my Instagram. And she is really good at it. And even stuff like that, like getting little clips out onto other platforms. All of us should be doing that, right? And I'm sure they are. And when I say us, I mean the ex-Scientologists. I'm sure they are. They do a good job at pointing out the evils of Scientology. But it shouldn't just be one person. It shouldn't just be two people. It shouldn't be like these 7 people in charge. It should be all of us roaring loudly, right? Like making an impact. And that's where it will shake loose, I think, something. But for me mentally, I have to talk about this stuff more because it helps me to verbalize it. I have to take a look at it. It helps me to process it, but it also helps the people who have never heard of it, the under the radar people who are watching right now. That's who it will help. It will help those people. And when I say I want to help people, I better walk the walk then, right? I need to do this more. I need to be prompted more to do it. Rue, my 2 adult kids came from a divorce when they were toddlers. I think it's important to keep a connection with both parents, only if both parents are emotionally healthy. I never told you this, but my daughter looks so much like you. Rue, that is such a nice thing to say. And I agree with that so much. It's important to keep a connection with both parents, only if both parents are emotionally healthy. That's a tough sentence, but I believe that so much. I don't think it's smart to have a deep connection with a parent that's not healthy, right? Like that's only going to make the child more traumatic in the long run, right? And it's good to recognize it. Thank you, Rue. And I love that about your daughter. I wish I could see her. Thank you, Rue. That was a giant super chat. I really appreciate that. Huxley and I both do. That was very, very kind of you. Thank you. Pat Jonas, this is why it is so important for each ex-member to have the power and autonomy. I never knew what that word meant. I don't know what autonomy means. That's crazy. Rue says she looks more like you than me. Oh my God, that's funny. I need to see her. So this is why it's so important for each ex-member to have the power and autonomy to share their own story, how they want to, not dictated at how to share. I agree with that. I just don't know what the word autonomy means. I'm sure someone will tell me in the chat. Thank you, Pat Jonas. Stacy Toms, these stories always break my heart. I'm so proud of you for growing and realizing what you went through so you can heal. Thank you, Stacy Toms. And the only thing I will say though, like I hate Doug and Brenda right now. Choice over their own body. Okay, Pat Jonas. I got to work through that. Maybe we can do that on this channel together. But I do feel guilty about the separation. Okay, making your own choices. Thank you, Debbie Zito. I feel guilty about the separation I caused between Huxley, Michael, and Doug and Brenda. Here's the only thing I'll say. I feel worse about it between Michael and his own parents. I feel good about it to separate Huxley, Doug, and Brenda. And I say that because I believe, as Huxley's mother, I think Doug was a fucking weirdo with my kid. And I think his hands were too deep into him. And I think that he had full control. And I think he was grooming him. I think he was manipulating him. I think he was saying things and going, don't tell your mom. So I don't feel guilty about that. I celebrate and thank God every day that those relationships have been broken apart. I don't know why I feel guilty though to remove Michael from his parents. I think because it's his parents. I feel bad about that, right? He's had his parents his whole life and I feel guilty that I separated that. But I do not feel bad at all about Doug not being a part of Huxley's life. He was a fucking weirdo. I'm sorry, but he was weird. And I think that there was a lot of damage being done there. And I'm so happy that that damage stopped on that April day when Doug said, we'll fix all this and I'll call you soon. Okay, bye. And he never called him again. That was God. That was God stepping in, going, no, you won't call this child again. Now we're going to protect this child from you. And he will get to have a real life, unlike Michael did. So we're not going to let history repeat itself. We're going to break this cycle right here, right now. And I feel like I felt the power of God step in on that and go, nope, not today. Literally, Satan, not today. Yeah, Tony P. You're not the only one at fault, Reese. They chose Scientology over family. They did. His parents did make that choice. Me too, Kim is blue. You made the choice for your son. When you are a parent, you have to make choices that keep your child safe because they didn't do it is on them. Well, that's what I mean. I am thankful to separate, like I say, Huxley and the Argises. But I do feel guilt about Michael being what's the word I'm looking for? Like a secondary to it, or like I don't know what the word is. Not to influence you, but part of being a church family is very supportive and comfortable. Yeah, I mean, just take a zoom out, take a step back. Guys, this whole story, this 2 hours of a story I've been talking about is a church. For those under the radars watching right now, or for casualty, thank you, Heather. For those under the radars right now, for people who are like, is Scientology that bad? It's satanic. Yeah, it's demonic. Collateral damage. Yeah. You do not have to carry this blame. I have had to make choices to protect my kids and it hurt people. Well, I protected Huxley, but Michael was a casualty. And I feel bad about that. The only thing that's unfortunate is that he shares their last name. Yes. And Abigail, I really would like to change that. Huxley really, hey, Lori Lee, Huxley would like to change his last name. We've looked into it when we were in Kansas City. I really haven't looked into it here. I don't know how easy it is. I don't know if it's easier for him to do it when he's 18 or if it's easier for him to do it as a child. I need to look into how much it costs, but he does not want their last name. He does not like having it. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I didn't take on that last name when I married Michael. I didn't like it then. I was like, I'm not changing my name to this. I don't like it. I didn't like it. And I didn't want to be one. You know, that should tell you something right there. In real time, I just realized I kept my maiden name, Wally. My father's last name is Wally. I rather chose his last name. I carried on his name instead of taking on their name. That's go looking back. That's interesting. That's interesting. Even at that time, I was like, I don't want that name. I will keep my father's horrible name. And again, if I had to choose, I feel like at least my dad didn't stab me in the back. I feel like at least my dad was like, right? They were like, we love you. Don't worry, Huxley. We'll call you again. Bye. What about my stepdad's last name? Yeah, that's what Huxley would like to have his last name. I never took my first husband's name, and I do think that told me something. Yeah, I never thought of that until right now, Rain. Is Quibell your married name or your maiden name? My maiden name, Eric, is Wally. Quibell is Jeff's last name. So I still have his last name, which I don't ever think about Jeff when I think about, thank you, Elena. When I think about the last name Quibell, I don't mind it. It's not my favorite, but I don't know. I don't know that I care about it. I don't think about it very often. Yeah. Isn't that crazy though, that I would have rather had Gene's last name? Since he's close to it, I would suggest he wait until 18. If you did it now, you'd need to commit to the same name. Are you ready to do that? Well, he would, not me. I'm not changing my name. He would have to commit to that name. I don't think, Abigail, that he would change it now versus 18. He's picked the last name. Thank you, Ghost Rider. It is Stacy Toms. I didn't take my husband's name. Yeah, I hated that last name. And I was like, no, I'm going to stick with Wally. I don't mind the last name Wally. That's my maiden name. My dad changed his name twice. He changed it when he was young to sound more professional. Then he changed it back later on. He wants my stepdad's last name, Buffy. Yeah. I guess I could look into it in Tennessee and see what the cost is and what the, again, it may be very different legal process as a minor versus as an adult. So I guess I should look into that and see which is easier and honestly, which is going to be a little bit cheaper. But yeah, if it's Huxley's choice, but if I could choose, I would say change that damn name. You don't want to be connected to them. My maiden name is Wally. So my dad is Gene Wally. So I went by Reese Wally. Debbie Zito for sure. And I don't mind the last name Wally. I always kind of liked it. It's easy to say. It's easy to pronounce. Quibell isn't bad, but nobody pronounces it right. They say Quibell, but I just don't really care. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of maybe I could change it to Cellist. Reese Cellist. Yeah, creepy, right? Like this. Look at that. Look at my little squishy Snoopy. Of course, he's not squishy at all. He's a rock hard yoga body, and it angers me in some weird, irrational way. I got a name for you, babe. Letting myself out. Why you always jump in? I feel like when Tommy comes in here, he literally like barely opens the door and he's like, "Hey everybody, okay, I'm bye. I'm letting myself out." Why, babe? Why? Come get some. Yeah. Hi, Snoopy. Hi, Snoopy. Yeah. This isn't creepy. It's Marisa Quibell, officer's lady. I really should probably change it because that is terrifying. The more I think about it, the scarier it is. Yeah, yeah. Last names are weird anyway. I wish I could just be Reese. I don't even want a last name. Hey, teacher, mama life. Yeah, Tommy, is he live? Is that why? I think he's off. I think he's done. Probably because I've been flapping my gums for like 5 hours. Guys, you made Huxley's birthday so special, and it's not even his birthday yet. Are you all okay with me bringing him on tomorrow? Rain. Are you guys? Hey, P. Taylor. If you guys choose to get married again, wink, wink, you can just change it then. What would I change it to? Because you realize Tommy's last name isn't Scoville. That would not be my last name. You want to know something weird? So this is weird. Wally has 2 L's. Quibell has 2 L's. Scoville has 2 L's. And Tommy's last name, Miller, has 2 L's. That's a little weird for me. That's weird. What are you doing on New Year's Eve? Reese Miller? I don't know. Although that's easy to say, but it just doesn't feel cool enough. Like, I want to change it to something cool like Night Wagon. Like something really cool. Like Starling. Reese Starling. We talked about this. Truthfully, I just don't hang out in chats. It's not about anyone here. It's like hanging out at work after work. Oh, I get that. Is Tommy afraid of us? No, that's what it is. That's what it is. I get it. This is why I don't watch YouTube. That's exactly why. It's like, I already do that for a living. I don't want to. I'll watch clips of shit, but I don't want to go watch somebody talk for 2 hours. It's like, no, I don't. That's the last thing I want to do. I already do that. Reese Starling, Reese Scoville. Tommy can change his name at the same time. That's true. That's true. Java Girl did a quick search. You have to file a petition with the court and have the permission of both parents. Didn't know how Michael would feel about that. We've already discussed it. He's totally fine with it. We love you, Snoopy, says Wendy. Scoville is a cool last name. Reese Scoville? It is pretty damn cool. It's pretty cool. I don't know that I've earned it though. Like, I do like spicy, but like I'm like a sriracha spicy. I like jalapenos, but I don't know if I can, like, have I earned it? Johnny might disagree. Marisa Miller. Yeah. Reese, please give the scripture to Huxley. I didn't have time to do it while he was here. Okay, Abigail. Take delight in the Lord and he will give you your heart's desires. That's a beautiful scripture. And I will tell him that. Thank you, Abigail. That's Old Testament. That's a very uplifting scripture. Just like you, Abigail. Thank you. I love that. Reese Lecter. Scoville Miller or Miller Scoville? How about Moville? Skiller? Abigail, thank you for the super chat. By the way, I wanted to say, where is she? Susan Miller, I never get to see you anymore. I'm really happy that you're here. It's an honor. You're you no matter what name you choose. That's all that matters. Thank you so much, Just Joan. Guys, if you don't mind, Reese Guns Miller, I don't think the haters would have a problem with that, but we could take a vote because they're definitely going to weigh in on it. I can't wait to not care. Skiller, that's feels like me. Skiller, why is everyone laughing at Shelly? What did she say? I don't see it. Shelly, where are you? How come I'm not seeing it? Everybody's laughing at something Reese Lecter. Yes. I figured Susan Miller. Well, it was an honor to have you. Skiller is kind of cool. Reese Skiller. It's not bad. Guys, if you don't mind, Shelly, okay. Lydia Krause, we had a great show. Are you guys okay if I bring Hux on tomorrow? I find it very validating for him. I think at this point, he could use the uplifting comments from you guys and just feeling like he has more family members than just his mom. And I feel like he's feeling a bit isolated. So I hope that's okay. He never comes on anymore. And I really want him to feel that like he was part of a gathering. Um, Thank you, Tony P. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying yes. Okay, so we will come back on tomorrow a little bit later, probably around 4:35, somewhere in there. Abigail, Kim is blue. Abigail, don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. For the things we see now will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever. Wow. That's incredible. New Testament. Abigail, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. That's a beautiful scripture, girl. Thank you for being here, Abigail. If I don't see you tomorrow night, you made his day with those gifts. Thank you. You make everybody's day just by being you. Abigail, I appreciate it. I'm happy to thank you. Chow Yun Smut, another one. That was an honor to see you. What is he like for his birthday? I mean, honestly, I'm going to give him like an Amazon gift card and some cash because he likes to buy. He's really into, I love you, Joanne Holly. He's really into working out and he's really into like buying stuff for his work. Like my friend Teresa got him that punching bag. I'm going to get him some punching gloves for the bag. Joanne Holly, I hope you feel better. 16-year-olds like cash. They do. Yeah. I'm not going to be as cool as Abigail and try to get him like custom things. That was amazing. She thought that through. I'm going to give him cash and an Amazon gift card. That way he can just pick what he wants to do. Thank you, Tony P, but it's not necessary. Nobody has to give him anything, guys. It's just, I feel like that's the safest. I'm going to do the same thing for Christmas. I'm going to just give him some cash because to be honest, no WZito, no more cologne. Good Lord. My mom gave him cologne tonight. Thank you for this stream. I thought this was a positive one. Please let's pray for Michael Reese Huxley and all those who are stuck in Scientology. Wendy R., that's a beautiful prayer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My kids only like Venmo. That's pretty much it. That way he can pick and choose. I'm going to do the same thing for Christmas. Thank you, Tony P. And the thing is, like Huxley likes to go with me to Target or TJ Maxx. And then that way he can use his own money to buy the shit he wants. He likes to go to H&M with me. And like, he went the other day, but I bought it. I bought him a coat. But can you post his Venmo? Robin W., he doesn't have one. So what I would do is if somebody Venmos or like the super chats, I'm just going to take it out of the ATM and give him the cash. Hey, I got to love it. Welcome in. Yeah, your teens love cash. Shocker. That's cash is king. If that's how you do it, I'll just take it out and give it to him. If you super chat him the money, I will give it to him when I get paid through the super chats. And I'll just tell him that when I get paid, I'll take the cash out and give it to him. But these days, it's harder to buy for him and he has pretty much everything he wants. The only thing he does is he'll buy like new weights on Amazon. Like he buys these like Robin W., you don't have to do that. He'll buy like these round weights on Amazon to add to his, when he lifts every night. He buys like different bars and stuff. He buys his protein powder. So that's all the stuff that I can't pay for. I can't add that to what I buy for him already. If he wants to buy stuff like that, that's why I give him gift cards. That's why I give him cash. Then you can pick what you want. So thank you, Shelly. Thank you. I'm glad he was happy with those gifts. It's always a balance for me, seeing if teens will like personalized gifts. He loved it. That was an amazing gift. Amazing gifts, Abigail. And especially that necklace. He probably won't ever take that off. That is a really cool necklace, Abigail. You did a great job and you didn't have to do any of it. Guys, no one expects anything. I say that all the time. Yeah, Chow Yun Smut. No one expects anything. I'm not just saying that. That's not me trying to be any which way. I don't expect anything. I'm grateful when you choose to do it. but it's never anything I'll ask for. And it's just very kind. And if you want to do it, I'm not rejecting it anymore, but thank you. But you don't have to. No one expects anything here. We are very grateful. It helps us a lot when you super chat, when you become a member, if you Venmo, any of those things is very helpful. But just know that it's not, I don't come on here expecting it. I think that every day of my life, this could dry up tomorrow. I'm grateful for every moment of it. I'm grateful for the views. I'm grateful for all of it. Always, I'm grateful above all else, especially for your time. More than anything, it's the time. The fact that I've been on this channel right now for 2 hours and 15 minutes and over 200 people have sat with me through it, I appreciate that. That's the most validating thing over any amount of money ever. That's why people hate me, because I can hold an audience and people sit and listen with me and they walk me through stuff and they give me feedback and they tell me their experiences, and you can't put a price on that. And not everybody can do that. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you for validating my son tonight. Thank you for being kind to him. Thank you for asking him questions about school and his life. It means a lot. And I think he needs that right now. I can't always provide it. I think when a group of people come together, like a community, like Debbie said, it takes a village. I really think that's, sorry, Shell. I really think that's where it's at. So I'm going to bring him back on tomorrow. And I just appreciate you validating him and listening to him. And as you can see, he's a little more quiet than I am. And so we'll just, Angel K, one of his teachers told me. So I love you guys. Thank you for treating him so kindly. Thank you for being so nice to both of us. I love you all. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Abigail, I appreciate your gifts to him. Thank you, Debbie Zito. I love you guys. Hey, Mary Barons. And yeah, he is. Chow Yun Smut. He's having a bit of a rough patch right now. Love you, Holly Day. Thank you for Chow Yun Smut. I'm glad you noticed. He's 16 now tomorrow, and it's been kind of isolating and weird here. I love you, Stacy Toms. Wendy R., you were so kind tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Jamie Palmer, love you too. Good night, HC from LBC. Mods, sorry I kept you so long. I love you guys. Abigail, it was a pleasure, and it was an honor to have you here. Thank you, guys. Heather, love you, girl. Here comes Fred, and I will see you guys tomorrow.